Hello, beautiful people. Just wanted to give an update. So this will be RV vlog number 3. I'm here this time with 3 co-pilots, my son and my daughter and our dog, but they're actually resting at the RV. It's locked, don't worry. Oh, there's a beautiful cardinal. See if we can see him. Nope. Okay. So I am walking back to the waterfall that the kids and I hiked to yesterday to get pictures because yesterday my phone died. How are y'all? And there's some beautiful spots for pictures. Woo, look at that. So, yeah, because tonight we are moving on to Hot Springs National Forest, and we're gonna camp there and spend some time there. But while I'm walking, I thought I'd bring y'all along with me. So the trail runs alongside Lake Catherine, if you can see that. And there's 3 different trails. Actually, we didn't check out the other 2, but the Waterfall Trail is pretty easy hike. And yeah, I thought in this one too, I would just maybe say a little bit more for those of you who don't know me about, you know, why I made the decision to buy the RV and what my intention is and the feeling that the RV gives me, which is the feeling that I'm wanting to anchor in for the collective, especially during COVID, which is freedom, right? Like, we need to be able to move freely. It's important, you know. We need to be able to connect with other humans. We need to be able to connect with nature. And also, because of the changing world stage with the economy and everything, I was at a point where it was time to either, you know, sign a new 12-month lease somewhere. And I guess to back up a little bit, back in November of last year, I made the decision to leave the rental where the kids and I were living and move into the house that my grandparents built where my mom lives to help her out. The house is paid for, but to help her health isn't super great, and to help me to be able to save money. And the intention was like 2 or 3 months. Hey, good, how are y'all?
Good.
So that I could save money for, you know, security deposit, first month rent, and all that. Well, then COVID hit. So I have been there since last November, and, you know, it's just time because I have to have my own space, my sacred space, and it's just not easy there. Hey, how are y'all? Good. It's not impossible, but I have found it to be very challenging for multiple reasons. Some of those being old patterns with her and our relationship. Also just a lot of memories because I grew up spending the night at that house with my grandma and grandpa, but my grandma especially, Grandma Stella. And I'm gonna stop right here so y'all can see this. And yeah, I mean, I just also, you know, I'm 41 years old with 2 children. I just needed my own space. And it was a lot longer than I ever planned. So anyway, I was coming to that decision point And I have always wanted a house on wheels, as my kids call it. And so I started looking at the used RV ads and like keeping up with it, really keeping an eye on ones, seeing what I could get for my budget of the money I had saved, and building the courage to just do it, because obviously it's very non-traditional. And how are y'all?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hi. So I'm going to sit down here on the stones. This is so neat right here. It's like these stones are right on the water. Okay, let's try to get some light. There we go. So, yeah, just getting the courage to do something, that I know in my heart is going to be a wonderful thing for me and my children, but then there's their father and his opinion, and we do share custody. There's, my mother and her opinion, which she always has opinions about everything, as most mothers do, I'm sure. And then just, friends and loved ones, and really having to build my confidence in my decision before taking the leap, because I knew there'd be some resistance from the outside, and I didn't want that to influence me. But I plan on living in it. I mean, the kids, they do half their time with their dad and half with me, and when we live down the street from each other, we've been doing 3 nights and 4 nights and alternating, but now we're going to do at least a week, maybe 2 weeks at a time. That way, when I have them, we can be traveling while they do virtual school, and when he has them, it'll just be me solo in the RV. So luckily I can do work online, and I really want to take this time to develop my skills further with my photography and try to start putting those out there, especially with Christmas coming up, just to see what the market's like and see if there's a market for nature photography. So I'll drop that little hint there. I can't even remember why I started talking about this. Oh, just the RV. So yeah, my intention is to anchor that feeling of freedom and ability to move about, to travel, to experience things, even in the midst of all of this outer chaos, and just to show the joy in it. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I might jump back on when I get to the waterfall, but I wanted to say all this. Mwah. Love y'all.